joining us today. I'd like to welcome our guest, Larry Vager of Pathwise. Today we'll be talking about corrective and preventive actions, specifically how to create a winning CAPA system. I have a couple questions for you, Larry. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all.
Now, CAPA has been around in the industry for quite some time as a regulatory requirement.
Yes, CAPA was originally defined within the quality system requirements for the medical device industry.
And is CAPA only appropriate for medical devices?
No, CAPA is applicable to any industry with a requirement to maintain a quality system.
And what would you say the current state is within of CAPA within the industry?
Well, sadly, I'd say there's significant room for improvement.
Why would you say that?
Well, many organizations simply created CAPA procedures in order to be compliant with regulation. They didn't actually create a good, robust CAPA process. And as a result, they're struggling today with CAPA.
And what have you seen?
Well, the FDA has consistently cited CAPA within 43 and warning letter observations.
Would you say that the FDA is concerned about CAPA?
I would say so. They would probably be concerned about an organization that does not have the ability to repair itself or maintain control.
So do you think an organization should fix its CAPA system in order to avoid regulatory findings?
Well, an organization should fix its CAPA system to first reduce risk within the public, second to address out-of-control process conditions, and then third to conduct continuous improvement activity.
Continuous improvement, what do you mean by that?
A good, effective CAPA system can take a process that's in control but very costly and fix it.
So actually a good CAPA system could provide the company a payback.
Yes, an effective CAPA system will provide a return on the investment of a CAPA project.
You keep using the term effective. What does that mean in terms of a CAPA system?
It means a well-designed, robust process that you just simply get results with. It works.
And what are some signs of a CAPA system that doesn't work?
Too many CAPAs, everything becomes a CAPA. CAPA projects seem to languish and take forever to be finished. The culture within the organization is such that people don't embrace CAPA. They may even hate it. Management seems resentful of the CAPA process. It seems to draw the resources and provide no return on their investment of those resources.
Wow. And can you elaborate on what would make a CAPA system effective?
Sure. A good CAPA system is actually fed by quality system subsystems, those that produce nonconformances.
Fed? What do you mean by that?
Well, there is a hierarchical relationship between a CAPA system and QS subsystems. Those subsystems need to be able to appropriately escalate nonconformances into the CAPA system.
What do you mean by appropriately escalate?
Those nonconformances associated with high risk or out of control process conditions.
And CAPA will fix only those? Shouldn't all nonconformances be escalated to CAPA?
Well, I want to be careful here. All nonconformances need to be corrected. Those that are associated with the high risk or out of control process conditions are the ones that should be required to be escalated into CAPA.
But what's the difference if they're all going to be corrected?
An issue that is a nonconformance that's corrected may reoccur. The immediate problem will be fixed, but it may reoccur. A CAPA project will identify the root cause and initiate the appropriate corrective actions in order to prevent the reoccurrence.
So why not escalate everything?
Organizations that try to do that tend to become overwhelmed with the trivial many and never really properly address the significant few.
So an effective CAPA system can actually differentiate between those issues requiring CAPA projects and those just needing correction. Is there more?
Yes. So once you've identified projects that are CAPA projects, you need to now appropriately manage those projects in order for them to get results.
And can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Sure. CAPA work is actually conducted in phases, and the type of work within each phase is actually unique. So a well-designed CAPA process focuses on each phase in order to conduct that work effectively and thus in aggregate conduct the entire CAPA project effectively.
So in other words, each phase of the CAPA process should be individually defined?
Yes, individually defined, yet a part of a larger system or family of documentation.
Okay, so appropriate issue escalation combined with the appropriate rules and procedures for carrying out the CAPA work will make an effective CAPA system. Is there all?
Those are primarily the components.
Is it really that easy?
Kappa can be easy. It's a matter of how well the system is designed and how focused each piece of it is.
And where can I find out more information on how to get help with my Kappa system?
Contact your Pathwise representative.
Well, that's great. Thanks so much for joining us today, Larry. That's been really insightful.
You're welcome.